We're here at Unpub 3 with Chris and Suzanne Zinsli of Cardboard Edison. They brought 2 games to the event, so we're here to talk to them about Skewphemisms and Tessen. And they'll choose what order. Go ahead.
Hi.
Hello. So, Skewphemisms is a party game. It's a word game based on alliteration. And in this game, you have a box of cards with words and clues on them. Bottom of each card is an everyday phrase. They're common expressions, words that you use in everyday conversation. And above that are 5 clues that have the same meaning as the everyday expression, but each of the clues is alliterative. So in this example here, the everyday phrase is fat cat. Clues are things like lardy lynx, pudgy Persian, tubby tabby. And the idea of the game is to guess the everyday phrase based off of the alliterative clues. The more clues you use, the fewer points you get. So you want to try and get them right as early as possible. When you play the game, you are playing both as individuals and on teams. So each round, you will have a different role. There is a clue keeper. They're the person who's going to be reading the clues. There are phrase finders. They're the team that's trying to guess the everyday expression on the card. And then there are point pilferers, and they're the other team, and they will try and steal the points from the team if they don't get it right within 90 seconds. That's basically it for the game. It's a pretty simple game.
4+ players.
4 or more players.
I got to try Skewphemisms last night, one of the few games I got to experience here at Unpub 3, and I enjoyed it. I like alliteration. I liked alliteration, and I do still. The game didn't ruin that for me. All right. We had fun, and hopefully our group gave some good feedback on how to make the game better. Not that it wasn't good to begin with, but that's the way this thing works. So we give feedback and make it awesome, and we had a good time. I know that there was lots of laughter. And some shots of that will probably end up in the cut of the video that you guys will be watching when you watch it, which is now.
And actually, based on feedback from early play tests in the event, we did tweak the scoring to kind of make the game run a little bit more smoothly. The core gameplay, people seem to really enjoy hearing the alliterative phrases, hearing how everyday expressions, things that they use every day, are kind of turned around into interesting versions of themselves.
And we hope to, this is a main deck with all different phrases. We hope in the future to incorporate theme decks like, 80s theme or sports theme,
movies,
or pop culture,
music,
board game.
Board games.
Yeah, we are working on that right now, actually. So
Yeah.
there'll be many more phrases coming out.
That's right. So that is Skewphemisms. And the other game that we have with us is called Tessen. And Tessen is a real-time card game. Let me lay out a couple of the cards here for you. And when you're playing Tessen, you are collecting sets of animals, and you are using your warrior cards to attack and defend. It's a 2-player game, played in real time, so there's no turn order, everybody just goes. People tend to play it pretty quickly. It's a quick game, both in the sense of moving quickly, and it's also relatively short. You can play it in less than half an hour.
Much less.
Sometimes much less. And as you play the game, you have a hand of cards, and you're going to be creating sets of animals in piles in front of you, and once you get 3 or more of a particular animal, you can save that set. Your opponent is going to be doing the same thing, but you can steal their animal cards by using your warrior cards. If you'd like, we can.
So is the warrior attacking the animals, or is that?
The warrior is attacking the village where where the animals are being held.
I was gonna say, because PETA might have a problem with that if your game is about warriors attacking animals.
That's right. No, the
We
animals
love
are
the
fine.
animals.
No
The
animals
animals,
were harmed in
they
the
don't
creation
get
of
hurt.
this card game.
Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good.
So if you'd like, we can show you a minute or two of how the game goes.
Sure, go ahead. I think we have enough time for that.
All right, fantastic.
Do that real quick.
All right.
That's okay. You can knock over the pear tree. You're not the first ones.
Okay, sorry. Thank you.
Okay. I'll maybe kind of
Animals and pear trees. Got it.
narrate a little bit about what's going on
Go for it.
as we're playing it. All right, we start with our draw piles. When we're ready, we go. You can have a hand of up to 5 cards. You can have anywhere from 0 to 5 cards, and you're going to have 5 piles in front of you. I see Suzanne is working on those cranes over there. I could use those cranes, so I'm going to try and get her to discard them with my multiple warrior cards. Once she's discarded them, I can draw from her discard pile, put them in my cards, and then save them. She attacked me. I can defend. Okay, I cannot defend that one, so she forced me to discard, and now she stole that one. I've got 3 here. I'm going to save them. Keep drawing. Oh, we'll go after those because I'm working on those also. Let me try one more time. No? One more time. No!
Denied.
One more time.
Okay.
Yes! So, draw from her discard, save them. I got a set of 4 that time. And the idea is that the player who is able to save the most animals at the end of the round wins that round.
So actually, it's a game that PETA should endorse because
You're saving
you're
animals.
saving animals from the warriors.
That is true.
We love the animals.
We do love the animals.
Yeah, really, this game can take a half an hour.
Well, you want to play. This is actually, we have made a minor adjustment to the game based on feedback from playtest here today. Originally, it was going to be the first player that wins 5 rounds.
Ah, okay.
But we've cut that back to 3 rounds.
Okay.
So you can play this game in just a few minutes. Each round just takes a few minutes. As you can see, we're 3/4 of the way through a round already.
Yeah, that's right. That's why I was like, wait a second. And I guess I visually, audibly missed the you can play it in several rounds thing.
Just one attack.
So when attacks are successful, the warrior cards will stay in the 5 slots where you're building animals. But you can use a warrior card later to clear out a spot, and now you have room to build additional sets. The round ends when one player draws the final card from their draw pile, which I did before you banked those cards.
That's okay. That's okay. I think it's better for her score to improve just a little bit, so to save the marriage.
4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. 8. I got 28.
I think I got like 24.
Okay, so
So it didn't really matter. She
so
still.
I just
okay.
edged her out on that
Still
round.
lost.
But it was
And-
tighter. It was a tighter score.
Right, and at the end of each round, the player that did better will be quote unquote rewarded by having one of their warriors summoned off to be honored by the shogun. But that unfortunately means you have to play future rounds with 1 less warrior card.
I get it. So that's kind of okay. You won one, but we're gonna reward you and penalize you at the same time. So it balances out for the next play. It makes it more challenging. That's good.
Yeah,
right.
it evens out the playing field. Otherwise, you have somebody who's very quick-handed and
Yeah.
they just then dominate. But with 1 less defense on attack card, we found, or 2 or 3, depending on how far into the game you go, it really does level it out and gives the other person a slight advantage.
So it's a fast game, but there's a lot to pay attention to in order to really excel at it and do well. I think that's an interesting.
That's right.
It's an interesting yeah.
That's
It's
right.
an interesting thing. Go
You
ahead.
have your 5 piles, opponent has 5 piles, you got both discard piles, you got your hand of cards, so there's a lot to pay attention
Yeah.
to. And the better you are at being aware of what is going on in real time, the better you're going to do at the game.
Like my impulse as a player would be to just go fast, and you can't really do that if you really want to excel at it. You've got to stop and think a little bit. You know that speed is important, but you've got this other stuff that's important too. So that just spreads out what you have to do and doesn't make it so one-dimensional. So that's good. That's good.
Yep.
Thank you guys for bringing that one.
Thank you very
that was
much.
good.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
This has been such a great event. We met great people, played great games, had our games,
Great feedback.
played. This has just been amazing. So thank you.
Thank you guys, and have yourself a great day. This is Chris and Suzanne Zinsli from Cardboard Edison. You can find them on Twitter and Tumblr. And where else? Do you have an actual?
We have a Facebook page. Please friend us.
It's facebook.com/Cardboard Edison.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the links, you can find them all on Unpub.net. Because I don't do. Okay, cool. Thank you very much.
Great. Thanks for watching.
Thanks a lot.